Are we live?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Hello and welcome. This is your authority for ham radio and hurricane news. I am Eric, KJ4YZI. You are probably one of my subscribers. This is my friend, long time ago. Introduce yourself.
I am Daniel. I do not have a call sign.
He is not a ham radio licensee, but I want to kind of do this live because we're in imminent danger here. And the first thing I want to tell you is, I want to brace yourself or prepare you for the video that's going to come soon, because we have a hurricane that could be disastrous coming our way, okay? And the Hurricane Dorian is all over the news. You can click and type in Hurricane Dorian and it's a big deal. The problem is this, okay? There are tons of people who don't know what they're doing and don't know how to react to a hurricane. So what I want to do is first prepare you, because I have a lot of prepared video material that I'm going to edit and post on a video. And I hope that everybody watches this video. And if you're one of my subscribers, don't hate me. Don't unsubscribe. Just listen. This is for the people that don't understand. This is for the people that just, they can't comprehend. And I have to do this a different way, because I'm afraid that people are just going to see the video and click on it and they don't care. But this is a big deal. Dan, I want to talk to you for a second, because Dan, I've known Dan for a long time, okay? I've been pushing Dan to get a ham radio license, but check this out. The video I'm going to make that is in progress right now is about preparing for a hurricane. People did not prepare. Again, now I want to remind you something. I made a video 2 years ago with Hurricane Irma, and people did not prepare. So they freaked out at the last minute. And what's happened is we got chaos out in the streets, out in the city. We have people that are smashing into people. In fact, this morning I saw somebody, a middle-aged, 40, 50, whatever, maybe late-aged, and this guy was screaming with vulgar profanity at people that run a gas station and 23-year-olds that were pumping gas around him, and he had to cuss these people out because he was unprepared. Okay? This shouldn't be happening. This is 2019, and if you can't watch it on my YouTube channel, go watch it somewhere else. They tell you to prepare. This is not something that HamRadioConcepts on YouTube is telling you. Okay? And Daniel here, Dan's been involved with a couple hurricanes in the past, and I want to ask Dan what he's seen in the past and why he thinks it's important to prepare. First off, take a look over here. We got shutters on Dan's house here. Dan was prepared weeks in advance, okay? Dan, what do you know about hurricanes? Tell me honestly, tell my viewers here, my 63,000 people, why it's important to prepare. Tell me what you've seen in your past.
So I've lived in Florida my entire life, and some of these past hurricanes that we've had have been some of the most dangerous hurricanes, especially the one last year, Hurricane Michael. I work for a major telecommunications company. I was on my way to Houma, Louisiana.
I went to Houma once.
Have you?
We both went to Houma.
Yes.
Yeah, we've both been to Houma, Louisiana. Right, go on.
So halfway over there, we stop at Tallahassee, Florida.
I've been there too.
And it was nothing but chaos the day before the hurricane.
Explain chaos. What does chaos mean?
To get gas, it took over 2 hours.
People were waiting in line getting gas.
The main highway was shut down in
Right.
front of this Walmart.
Right.
Walmart was the only location to get gas. And it was one at a time into that gas pump. You don't want to go through that. That's not something you want to do.
First of all, why should we go through that? They make portable gas cans, right? They make portable solutions to take gas, and I've said this in my previous video, and it's coming again in the video that might upset you, that you can get gas at a previous time where it's obtainable. I get gas at my jet skis all the time. I go fill up gas cans, I mix the gas, and people are commenting, right?
Yeah, someone said
Good.
that do they need to bring a generator with them?
Okay, we're going to get to that. All the commenters, please stand by. Okay, Kayla's going to answer some questions. But people can get gas months in advance. I mean, I've told this to people before. They make stuff called stabilizer. The problem is people go and they get gas, or they don't get gas. They go buy TVs and they buy things they don't need to get, and oh, this is cool, but wait, 2 months from now, you might not need that TV. You might need gas, so they don't prepare. So you can prepare for this and put stabilizer in your gas and get gas ahead of time so you don't have to wait in line, right?
You should always use a stabilizer, whether there's a hurricane or not, anyways.
But what happens if you get gas and you don't use it? Where does it go? What can you do with gas? If I bought gas and I didn't use it, what can I do with it?
It never goes to waste. You put it in your vehicle.
Very good.
You put it in a lawnmower.
That's what I was looking for. You're not wasting your money. If you have gas and you don't use it and you don't get a hurricane, you can use it in my jet skis, his car, a lawnmower, whatever.
You can turn it to 2-cycle fuel.
Exactly. Continue with your story, Dan.
So I'm on my way to Houma, Louisiana. We end up making it to Louisiana. We're working there for about a week. All of a sudden it's, hey guys, we need you to head back. We need you to go to Panama City.
Panama City.
We're like, what's the big deal? You know, it's just a hurricane. So what's the worry? I have never seen nothing like what I saw when I went to Panama City. Now, when you're driving off I-10, you don't notice anything. Yeah, maybe a couple trees blown down, but when you drove into that city, it was total devastation. Total. And I'm sure you guys have seen the videos about Mexico Beach.
I have a friend, Jeremy, that lives in Mexico Beach, and he said it was worse at Mexico Beach than it was in Panama City.
So the question is, a lot of these people were like, we don't want to evacuate. We do not want to leave. And they stayed there. Now, ask anybody that lives over there, would you stay for another Category 4, Category 5 hurricane? And I guarantee you, not one of them would say, yes, we're going to stay. We feel safe here. Not one of them.
So let me interject here for a second, because I'm hard-headed. I don't like to leave in a hurricane. I stay where I stay, okay? But that's because I'm prepared. For these people that don't prepare, they stay and then they have nothing after, okay? This is, again, we're going to go back here to what I just said in the beginning. This is 2019. You should understand that you have to have a plan. You can't just throw this stuff up in the air and expect it, oh, my neighbors will help me. You can't do that. Come on, we got a hurricane, we got a disaster. It's 3 days that way, okay? And the video that I make that's going to pop up is going to upset somebody, and you're going to see this video because we had fun making it. Why? Because we were prepared. But the thing is, if you're in an evacuation area, you should evacuate, yes. If you're hard-headed like me and you don't want to evacuate, fine. That's up to you. I'm not telling you when to evacuate or not. But have your stuff ready. Do you have your stuff ready, Dan?
I am ready. I live in a CBS house. It was built in 2005. And that's another thing you have to ask yourself. Can your house withstand a hurricane? What kind of code was put into the house when they manufactured it?
How old is that?
How old is your house?
Is it 1946 or is it 2007?
How old is your roof? What kind of shingles do you have?
Right. We're not telling you to get money and go out and buy a roof. I get that. People don't have money for that. I get that. The fact is, know what your condition is. Will your house withstand a lot of winds? Do you have hurricane windows? Do you have a new roof? Or have you been buying TVs and ham radios because you don't want to replace your roof and it's falling apart? That's your fault. But the fact is, know what you have before the hurricane gets here. So, do you have to go wait for gas in line? I mean, listen, they're going to see what happens when the people, I caught people again fighting at the gas pump. People, do you have to go out there and go cuss some people out?
No, and it's only going to get worse.
It's gonna get real worse. Let me tell you what. We're 4 days from the storm, and my mom was even one of the ill-informed. It was like, should I go get some stuff? Mom, we're going to get stuff right now, okay? And the stuff that she should get should be stuff that will maintain for a while. We don't need to get stuff that's going to go bad in 4 days. Why?
Because you're not going to use it, and if you don't use it, then what's the point of having
But what happens in 4 days? Let's say a hurricane comes and you got perishables in your fridge. Why should you not buy perishables?
Because you're going to lose power.
Exactly. You're going to lose power. You don't have money for a generator? I get it. I have a generator. It's a beater, but it works. Maybe you don't have a generator. Dan's got a generator, I got a generator, that's fine. But what you don't want to do is go out and buy a $2,000 generator from some guy on Facebook because he says everybody's out of generators. Much like you're going to see in my hurricane video when this is all over. And it's going to upset you when I'm in there laughing in the aisle at Home Depot because people went and rushed to get generators. Then more people came in and they freaked out and panicked because there's no generators. Why don't you have a generator? Save up the money, get a government grant, whatever you got to do. But some people are guilty of buying things they don't need instead of preparing. That is my point. This is Florida. This is preparations. There are people, see that guy over there? Those people are putting up shutters, okay? The people next door, they're putting up shutters. Dan's had his shutters up for a month. He didn't need to put them up a month ago because there was no storm. But he said, Eric, I said, why did you put them up? And he said, I don't want to have to do this 2 days before a storm. I work for a living, like myself. I work. So I don't want to have to put up shutters 2 days before a storm. I get that. Some people don't want to sit in the dark with a shutter. I get that too. So think about preparations and what you need to do. There's a storm out there. It might be coming this way. I'll get prepared. That's my point. You have anything to say about that?
Well, when you're talking about generators, don't just go to the store and buy any generator. This should be well thought out. What kind of generator do you need? Will this generator be sufficient enough for what you need to be powered?
So wait, the Harbor Freight $100 two-stroke
No.
900-watt generator, is that going to run my TV and my refrigerator and everything else?
No, but I'll buy it when you end up selling it for $50.
I'll buy it just to run a. Yeah, okay, all right, I got you. Go on.
So that's all I had to say about the generators, and that is when the time to buy them. Buy them right after hurricane season.
Or buy them when they're not in hurricane season.
Exactly.
So that they're readily available. But so many people are freaking out because there's no generators. We got 4 days. 4 days left and there's no generators. We're not even, look, it's still outside. There's no wind. We're hanging out here making videos. I was cleaning his pool today just because I came over and wanted something to do and make a video with him. I was scooping leaves out of the pool, and people may say, why aren't you panicking? Because I don't need to. That's why. Kayla, is there any questions? I'm sure there's a lot of comments showing up. Can you tell us a question?
I mean, I remember one saying that we needed if they needed generators or not.
Okay, so are there people watching right now? Or are there people?
Yes, 146.
Okay, we have 146 people watching right now. If you have a question, I'll try to answer it here in the next minute or two if you want to give that. Again, I want to prepare you because a lot of my subscribers watch my videos and they're like, man, this guy's cool. He teaches me this. But this video you're going to see, you're not going to like it. Go ahead.
Someone said, I'll bring a generator if you double my money.
What are we paying people?
I don't need a generator, guy. I don't need your generator.
We will have a hurricane party, though. You bring the fireball, and we've got the generators.
Go ahead, Kayla.
Do we need food? And another one is, how much fuel do you stock up?
Okay, how much fuel? That's a very good question. I think they say on the news 5 days worth or a week's worth. Here's my suggestion. Get as much fuel as you can afford and get as much fuel as you can get. Hold that comment. And think about it. Will you be out of power for 2 weeks? You may have to cycle your generator. If that's all you got was 20 gallons, run it for 5 hours, shut it off for 5 hours, run it for 5 hours. I don't expect you, I'm not telling you to go out and spend $300 on fuel. But if that's all you can afford is $30 in fuel, then you buy the fuel, you run it for an hour, charge your phones, make a cup of coffee, make your microwave pizza pockets, and then shut the generator off. Go ahead, what's the next one?
What kind of battery backup for your radio?
Perfect. Do you know the UPS batteries that they're like you plug them in and they got a battery with 6 outlets? So these are like UPS battery banks. I like those because I can keep them plugged in, and when the power goes out, I can unplug it, and I can plug an LED light in there. I can plug a phone charger. I can plug anything like 900 watts and under. I can plug in and have some time. USB battery banks. Those are great. They're like $10 on Amazon. You can charge your phone 2 times. You can charge your electronic cigarettes for those who are smokers. You can charge your phones, your cameras, everything. USB battery banks are great.
So I've got a Prius, and I haven't searched enough of this, but supposedly you can kind of use a Prius as like a battery bank. It's got a huge battery inside of it, and I've got a jump start, And I think if you connect that to the Prius, you can kind of use that as like an inverter.
Really?
I believe so. I've got to do more research, but I'm not going to try it without looking it up. But I believe you can use the Prius battery that's in it as kind of like an inverter.
What's the comment, Caleb?
There was one that said, what type of generator? And another one said, watts for a generator or something like that.
Okay, so generator watts. So
Yes.
okay, so generator watts. So I have a 5250 watt, and it's a peak at 6250. So I can run my refrigerator, which is number one, my TV, number two, so I can watch the news. I could run my microwave, my coffee pot, and even a portable AC with a 6250 and still have a little bit of power left over. So, I mean, somebody I know today bought a 7500. 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 watts, that's okay. If you want to run your home AC and your entire house, you're talking like 15 to 20,000 watts.
You're talking about a lot of money.
A lot of money. My generator I can find used on Amazon, or I mean on Facebook, Craigslist, $200, $250. You can buy a new one on Amazon for $400, $500 shipped to your house, or you can spend a little more and get the expensive ones that'll run 7,500, 10,000 watts, etc. Comment?
They wanted us to mention to put generators outside, not inside a garage.
Absolutely. Who in 2019, Kayla, I'm going to ask Kayla. Kayla, would you run a gas-powered generator inside a house?
No.
Okay. Carbon monoxide. If you don't know that a generator or a gasoline engine should run outside, shut the video off and take off. Get out. Leave Florida, because that should not be a concept of concern. Yes, there's people that don't understand. Gasoline engines are to be run outside. Would you barbecue in your house? No. Then you're not going to barbecue outside, okay? Anything to add on that?
That goes the same with a vehicle. I think some people were trying to pull off with it being hot.
And they ran in the garage.
They ran their vehicle in the garage.
Do not run your vehicle in the garage. Kayla, next question.
There was a question for me. What food do you stock up on?
What food do you stock up on? What food do you stock up on? I like to get a mixture, okay? I know I have a generator, so therefore I know I can keep stuff cold. So what I do is I get some canned stuff, some canned stuff that'll last the entire hurricane season. I get stuff that I could keep in the freezer, but if it goes bad, I'm not going to be upset. Like Hot Pockets and stuff. Now, if you don't have a freezer or a generator, you don't want to get anything that is cold because it will go bad, okay? Cold stuff, if you have no power, will go bad. So, I get canned stuff, I get stuff that's non-perishable. Google the word non-perishable. Cans of corn, cans of beefaroni. When you gotta eat, you gotta eat. And then I'll get some stuff like Hot Pockets, and I'll get some stuff like, Michelle, my wife, was making eggs on the grill with, charcoal and stuff because we could. But let's say you don't have a grill, let's say you don't have charcoal, let's say you don't have a generator. Don't buy anything that can spoil. You don't know how long it's going to be before you get power or anything. Anything to add on that?
You should be using all your perishable foods up right now. Freezing water in the freezer. Make sure that you have enough water that's frozen that will act as like a cooler.
Right.
You don't need to buy 10,000 gallons of bottled water.
And whatever you do, don't be that idiot at Winn-Dixie yesterday buying crab legs and filet mignon for their hurricane party. You're a moron. Take the money that you spent on that, put it for non-perishables, and survive. These people are like, I said, wow, what a nice hurricane party. Oh, man, we're going to have a party. We got myself some crab legs. That's good. Take your crab legs and go throw them out in the backyard, because when the power goes out and you can't run your generator, those things are going to waste. And you don't need that. You want to have a hurricane party? I'm all down. Let's have a hurricane party. I get it. Nothing we can do, let's party. But in the meantime, think about your health. Think about the people that are around you. Think about how you're going to eat and survive until the power comes back on. That's what it's about. It's not rocket science. I mean, really.
So why should you be filling up your bathtub with water?
I am against that.
Are you?
Why would I do that?
So I have a pool now, but before I didn't. how am I going to go to the bathroom without power?
Do you have well water?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a
Okay. So wait a second. If you have well water and your well relies on a pump, yes, you can fill up your bathtub and you can use the water in buckets to flush your toilet. Okay, I get that. I don't have well water. I don't need to fill up my bathtub. I have plenty of water and plenty of supplies to flush my toilet and cook food. Kayla, comment?
Someone asked, how do you hook up your generator to their house?
Okay, I'm not going to tell you that. Why? Because I'm not an experienced electrician. What I do is I run extension cords, heavy-duty extension cords, into my refrigerator, to my AC, my little portable AC, portable, small.
Why is it advised not?
You know what? I don't know.
I do know.
My friend my friend Anthony that we both know, it was an electrician, and he said don't ever do that. But why should you not do that?
So the reason why you can do it and why you cannot, if you have an experienced electrician hook up your house, you need to have a shutoff breaker. That shuts off the power feeding back into the grid. Because if you have a lineman on the pole, you do not want to zap him with your electricity that you're sending.
FPL and your power companies, to me, those guys are really, I'm not going to use the word hero because I don't want to offend anybody. They're troopers. These guys are out there working to get you power back. And if you're being unsafe and using your generator and the power can potentially hurt them, not a good idea. Kayla, comment?
What HF frequencies do you use for a hurricane or something like that?
I don't use HF frequencies for that. Now, there are designated frequencies for HF radio for hurricane preparedness and hurricane traffic. I don't get on that. I'm concerned about VHF, UHF for local communications, HF for sending emails in a disaster. I can send an email over ham radio. GMRS for people like Dan and Kayla here who can operate with just a license that they buy. They use GMRS to communicate through repeaters or other. Another good reason why GMRS is popular. I think HF frequencies are good for going from Puerto Rico to Florida on say 80 meters or 75 meters or even 20 meters to relay information from an island to the mainland. I don't think I'm going to use HF for here, for this disaster. I want to have local. I want to have communications with people locally. So I'm not really sure, 80 meters, 75 meters, 40 meters, all good for local, for, disaster recovery. But I don't think I need to talk to anybody in Tallahassee, in Sebastian, Florida. So therefore, I'm not really concerned on what the HF frequencies is. VHF simplex, VHF frequencies, UHF simplex, GMRS, APRS, a big thing. You know what? Scratch the HF frequencies. APRS, Advanced Packet or Automatic Packet Relay Automatic Packet Reporting System will tell everybody where you're at and where the supplies are. Kayla, comment?
Someone said, will you be streaming when the hurricane hits?
I will try. I will try to stream, but again, I want to warn how many people are watching?
145.
Okay. To the 145 people watching and to the thousands who are going to watch this after, I want you to just put your big boy pants on and wait for this video coming because it's going to be a pretty good video to watch, but I hope not to offend anybody. Not personally, but I just want to make sure that everybody is understanding of the education and preparation of what happens. Kayla, comment.
It is zeroed in on Disney. Go figure, Mickey ticked someone off.
Okay. It is not going to Disney World. The hurricane may not be as significant as it, but rest assured, Disneyland or Disney World will be shut down. Comment?
I forgot it.
Oh, you forgot. Okay. Sorry. I appreciate. I want everybody to send right now. Everybody to say thank you, Kayla, for holding the camera here and responding to the comments. Everybody, thank you, Kayla, so she has an ambition to do this again because I think this is pretty cool. Do you have anything to add to our fellow followers here?
You were talking a lot about the radios, and me not being a ham radio person, I don't know anything about it. But when I went to Panama City, they had no cell phones whatsoever.
What? Wait a second. What was the last line of communication in Panama City?
Ham radio.
How do you know that?
Because that's what everybody used.
Exactly. Comment?
Tell Eric his best friend is watching.
My best friend. Who's my best
I
friend?
thought I was
Chris.
your best friend.
I thought. Oh, Chris is watching. Okay, yes. We have two best friends. Yes. So tell us about the ham radio. What? Why did you heard what now?
Ham radio.
Wait a second. Stop. What did you hear? What did you hear?
Ham radio is the only thing that worked.
Oh my gosh. Talking from a guy who's in a telecommunications industry who has no idea what ham radio is, totally knows that ham radio is the last line of defense. Go ahead, Kayla.
Thank you, Kayla. Are you running the camera during the hurricane?
I will be doing this.
No.
They said, are you running the camera during the hurricane?
Well, that's the question to you.
No.
They want to know, are Kayla...
She is going to be prepared and in a safe location. She
Kayla
will not be in the eye of the storm.
Right, Kayla will be protected. Kayla will be in preparations, but if I can get her to hold my camera again, I will. Okay?
So, like I was saying, I don't know anything about ham radio. Is there something?
Wait,
that I
hold
can use?
on, back up. How long have you known me? How long have people made fun of me? And how long have people I knew that worked with me that, what are you going to contact aliens with all those antennas on your vehicle? Don't you see the importance of ham radio?
We'll see after this hurricane.
We're going to test it.
I'm one of those people that's going to wait to the last minute.
He's one of those people that has to have proof of ham radio. Go ahead, Kayla, comment.
When is that video coming out?
It will be after the hurricane, and I'll tell you why. Because I want to have the answer to what's happening. Is the hurricane going to hit here or not? Remember this. This is a sneak peek. We don't know where it's going. Exactly.
Nobody does.
Exactly. That's the biggest thing in the ham radio video coming out for hurricane. Go ahead.
Hold on.
So the people that are wondering, they're going to say, oh man, you're making fun of people. No, I'm not. Nobody knows where it's going. Why didn't you prepare? That's the moral of the story here. With a little bit of fun mixed in, a little bit of, Chris is watching, a little bit of that stuff. Go ahead, Kayla, comment.
Do you have a setup that can be taken down and set up for the storm?
Oh, good question. Good question. Because guess what I got to do tomorrow? I got to take down all my antennas so they don't get destroyed. But then I got something to set up portable out of my backpack in my driveway to maintain communications.
Now, not during the storm, but after
after the storm. Please be safe in this storm. Go ahead, Kayla.
What about boarding up windows and doors?
Okay, boarding up windows and doors.
Sleeves rolling down?
If you put tape on your windows, you're doing yourself no good. Okay? Tape on windows is a useless effort of your time. Boarding up or shuttering is good for flying projectiles. There is nothing from wind that is going to come through your windows other than a projectile. If you live in an open field where there's not a tree for miles, skip the shutters. That's my opinion. Consult your local emergency operations center and your National Hurricane Center for preparation. The protection on your windows is to keep the flying debris from flying into your windows. And that's what they tell you at Skywarn class. It's not the tornado that hurts you, it's the flying debris. Go ahead.
How many craft beers do you have for the storm?
Ooh, that's a good question. I have stocked up on Fireball. Okay. I like beer. I love craft beer, but I stock up on the Fireball, cinnamon whiskey. Go ahead, Kayla.
You have any portable solar you can set up after the storm for
Absolutely.
at least charging your
I have
ham radio batteries?
What is it?
You have any portable solar you can set up after a storm for at least charging your ham radio batteries?
I will show you that in the video. I have a backpack with everything. I can roll this thing out and charge my battery, charge my cell phones, charge my e-cigarette, charge my phone, charge my camera, charge my ham radios, everything with a solar panel in the driveway. Go, Kayla.
Is Florida a forced evacuation state?
Is it what?
A forced evacuation
Depends
state.
where you live.
It depends on where you live. If they tell you to evacuate, ignore everything I'm saying and get the hell out of Dodge. If you're in a high area where there's not a lot of flooding, think about where you live before you go evacuating. Go ahead.
So what are some of your emergency supplies? I'm here in St. Augustine.
They're in St.
You're in the cone.
You are in the cone. You might be in that devastation area. So if you're not a ham radio operator, I get it. But if you're one of my followers, first thing, ham radio. That's the first thing that goes in my bag. That's the first thing that the wife grabs when the shit hits the fan. It's the ham radio bag, and we're going out. Now, food, solar. We need power, portable power. Cell phones aren't going to work, and you're going to see more cell phones smashed in my hurricane video. Cell phones are not reliable. You want radio, you want a FM radio to listen to your local FM radio station for news updates. You want people, you want power, charge your phone. Your phone may not work, but you may be able to use that for different scenarios. Maybe you have a place. Your phone has a built-in FM radio on it, but you want to have portable power to charge this kind of stuff. Go ahead, Kelly.
How many watts is your portable solar panel system?
40 watts. 40 watts, and it folds up, folds out. And I also have a 20 amp hour Bio-NO battery. You can get bigger options. I like something that's portable. Go ahead, comment.
What about CB radio?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. CB radio is the best. You know what's better than Fireball is CB radio. Why? Because anybody can get on that. Anybody can stay in communication. Anybody can get a CB radio. CB radio, if you haven't checked out my video.
Your phone's lagging.
My phone's lagging. Okay. We're going to stop the stream here because we've had enough and Kayla's had enough as well. Do you have any final comments before I close this up?
Just really quick, you were talking about the windows. Just because you have a hurricane-proof window, what are they called?
Impact-resistant windows.
Doesn't mean that the window's not going to break. Like I said, I was in Panama City. House was brand new. Impact-resistant windows. The windows broke. I believe 2 that were in the back house. And guess what? It must have been from flying debris. They had no shutters put up at all, and their windows were broke. Water came into the house. So, just because you have impact.
Comment, Kayla?
Yeah. Should I wear reflexive clothing when I
This martial law or curfews, you don't want to be out there hanging out around your neighbor's house, whether you're checking on it or not, and have the National Guard or the police department see you in the backyard, scoping out. Put a vest on. Make sure you have one more comment. We're going to say thank you, everybody. Thank you. Everybody say, before we go, everybody say thank you, Kayla, for holding the comments and reading the comments in the phone. Thank you, Kayla, very much. Dan, I want to thank you for your opportunity here. It looks like we're having a fun time out here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
We're having fun. We're out here by a poolside. Only thing missing is a cigar. And the guy on the beach that you'll see in a video coming up, this guy, what are you doing?
Everybody say hi to Kayla.
There's Kayla. Oh, Kayla, come on, give me a face, Kayla. Say hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Everybody, thanks for watching. Look forward to the video. Put your big brand